Long time no see, Raguna. Can you smell that? Sweet old Margarita's restaurant. Come on, come on! Let's go stuff our faces already.
Let's take care of important matters first. You'll eat well soon. I promise.
Yeah, I know. We're here to find Cardathea. I still can't believe Tethys couldn't unlock the Sentinel's relic we found in Septimon.
At least now we know it's called the Civilization Capsule. It probably holds key legacy data left behind by the Sentinel.
Like some ancient data recorder, right? But Tethys said to unlock it, we'll need the Leviathan's power. If it's really from the Sentinel, why do we need the Threnodian's power for that?
Maybe because they fused together at some point.
Oh, well, guess that's why we need to find Cardathea. Maybe she'll know a workaround. The Black Shore is warned that the waters in Raguna are acting weird again. Gotta be extra careful. And you know, something feels off in the city, too. It's not as cheerful as when we left it. Since when did you get all poetic?
Amid howling winds, rising storms, and ghosts adrift, I heard the captain's call.
Look! Over there! Isn't that Brant and Rashia? Wow! The troop of fools is putting on a show!
Hoist the sails, O humanity! The abyss and the summit have entwined. Your only path now is forward, bold and uncharted. You stand on the precipice. Now is the hour to decide your fate, to plant the seed of your highest hope, and watch it bloom into tomorrow.
Captain, why do you burn alone in your own flames?
If you do not first become ashes, how will you rebuild? Embrace your fire. Embrace your grief. Go into your solitude. I love those who dare to create, who strive to transcend. For in doing so, they're...
To journey onward is perilous. To stand still is perilous. To look back is also perilous. To tremble and falter is perilous. Now, I begin to understand what truly makes a hero great.
Oh, how I love those whose souls remain rich and vast. Even when wounded, should you stand alone, suffering in the endless dark. Today, may you hold fast to every last ember of courage and hope!
Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by fools, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Where am I? That was Cristoforo's voice just now. Is this another one of his illusions? Buling's bronze mirror isn't responding. Abby? No answer. This isn't like what happened in Septima.
Amid the endless cycle of surging tides, she plunges into fate's swirling maelstrom once more. Soon, she will wear a new crown, one ordained by fate, never to be defied. Her fate was written long ago. What remains is but a fleeting moment of stolen peace. What you see before you is fate itself. And now, with every step you take, you stir the tides into motion. Is it fate that rules over man, or man who commands fate? I await your answer to this question.
What is this place? Through me, walk the path of glorious ascension. Through me, enter the city of eternal bliss. All who enter must first forsake all hope. These tacit discords, why aren't they attacking?
Harbinger, open the gates of paradise for us.
You'd better leave. This place isn't leading to any salvation. Leviathan, I will deliver you her death.
Rover?
We could try this. Nightmare Awakener.
You're finally awake! 1 second I'm fine, the next, my head's spinning. And you're face down on the ground.
I'm fine. What I saw, though.
Sounds like the same thing happening to the people here. From what I've heard, many Raganesi have been having peculiar dreams lately. Even some of our troop members, too. The details vary, but they all end the same way. The fall of Renacida. And it's not just in Dreamland, either. Rover, I'm not sure if you've heard, but there have been strange rumors appearing across Renacida lately. Even in Septimont, folks claim they've seen tacit discords not of this land in the wilds, or the ghosts of their ancestors.
Thanks to all these oddities, the mood in Raguna has gone sour. The troupe performed today because Brant thought a new play to lighten the mood might give the people some hope.
But here's the odd part. Only Renacidans seem to be having these dreams. Visitors are spared. The same should be true of you. The tacit discords in the stormy sea have been more restless lately. And the siren songs, well, they've started sounding an awful lot like the Order's hymns.
someone in the troop has. They said they dreamed of sinking into an enormous black ocean.
We'll keep gathering intel on our end. Might be worth asking around the city to see who else has been experiencing this. Rinasita's tides don't lie. Watch your back.
What were those tacit discords whispering about? Gates of paradise and the word harbinger. Could they mean the harbinger of the dark tide? The only harbinger of the dark tide is Fenrico. But he should still be sealing the dark tide at the orders for Bricatorium. That figure I saw. And Cardathia's murder. I came back to find her. So I should look for her first. She might know what's at the root of all this.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Prelude to arrival.
Is that Cantarella up ahead?
Are we there yet?
Rover, what brings you back to the inverted tower so suddenly?
Something's come up. I need Cardathia's help to deal with it. Did something unusual happen here?
I've only just arrived. For now, everything appears to be in order. I didn't come because of any disturbance. There are matters I, too, need to discuss with Cardathia.
Cantarella?
How could this happen?
That woman.
Leviathan, I will deliver you her death.
Why? Why does this scene match what I saw in that dreamland? Her tacit mark. Look, it's flickering. Cantarella, she's...
No. Something's wrong. It's strange. I can't sense any frequency from her, and yet she is still resonating with something.
A resonator's frequency is usually gone when they die, right? This doesn't make any sense.
There's something even stranger. The inverted tower itself is a sealed sonaro. Only the Phasalias know it exists. So how did she find it? And she broke through the stained glass from the outside. Physically. Not by tearing through the sonaro sphere. Cardathia has complete control over the tower. If someone had intruded, would she really not have noticed? There's something even stranger. Cardathia had her sword in hand. With her strength, how could she fall to an intruder like that? And it doesn't look like she even tried to resist.
The Sword of Divinity, sealed with a portion of the Sentinel's power. Could what we're seeing be a result of that power of separation being awakened?
There's something even stranger. Spent casings. These traces. Could they...
Ugh, you bet they are. I'd know that stench anywhere.
There's something even stranger. Cantarella, you never did get to say what brought you here.
Cardathia reached out to me with an urgent matter to discuss. She gave no details, only insisting that I come at once. With the strange phenomena stirring across Raguna, I feared it might be linked to the Dark Tide.
What was what I saw really just an illusion? I saw this, her death, exactly as it's happening now. That woman, she was using Dark Tide energy. Could she be another Harbinger? Whatever the case, we need to find the one who did this. I want answers.
Leave Cardathia to me. I'll bring her back to the Phasalia estate and keep her safe. The rest, I entrust to you.
Heh, this nose? I could track the Dark Tide blindfolded. That's weird. The trail ends here, but... my head's starting to spin again.
It's the Dark Tide's energy messing with you again. You can rest. I'll search the area. Abby? Asleep already. That drowsiness should have worn off by now. Another's? Since leaving the inverted tower of Raguna's sky, what happened to it?
Spear of glory! Pierce through! slipped away again. By this spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil.
Avidius? What are you doing out here?
What any gladiator of Septimont is born to do. But you, Your Grace, you vanished without a word. What brings you back in such a hurry? That's a long story.
No, I'm tracking someone else.
Silver hair and violet eyes, cloaked in cursed shadow-lit flame. So you seek the one they call Discord Slayer.
Discord Slayer? Sounds like you know something about her.
Yes, she's on my radar. I suspect the recent tacit Discord outbreak in Raguna City is tied to her presence. Your Grace hasn't heard. I had gone there in search of the Quill Bearer. While gathering information, the city was suddenly overrun. To be precise, they looked more like spawn of the Dark Tide. The outbreak has since been contained, but the Genesis Nexus was damaged. The Montellis and the Order agreed to evacuate all civilians to Averado Vault, where private echoes can still be deployed.
A TD outbreak right after I left. But while I was there, I didn't even sense a ripple.
The Thundering Mephis has fled!
Thank you for your help, Gladiator! Averado...
Now, about the Discord Slayer you seek. She may call herself that, but witnesses have seen her alongside swarms of tacit discords, leading them like troops into battle. What's more, many have confirmed that the unrest across Raguna coincides exactly with her appearances. I even crossed paths with her on the road to Raguna. I sensed a malicious frequency we both know well. The Dark Tide. Of course. Even if she didn't cause the outbreak in Raguna City, the connection is undeniable. The Dark Tide is Rinasita's ancient enemy.
Do you have any leads on her whereabouts now?
If I'm correct, the Thundering Mephis we encountered is also a Dark Tide creation. We can track it, and from there draw out the Discord Slayer herself.
An anchor stone. You brought that all the way from Septimont?
A habit picked up on the hunt. You're no stranger to its use either, Your Grace. Looks like I'm fortunate to be hunting alongside you again. Take note. Enemies ahead. Dark Tide creations. Grant them the oblivion they deserve.
One more time. Keep it together. Hopefully this helps. The wicked will face judgment!
What a hollow existence. Who scripted your delusions?
You mentioned you left Tetragon Temple to search for the Quillbearer here in Raguna.
I grew weary of waiting. When I heard rumors of his presence in Raguna, I had no trace of him yet. But I've learned this much. The Ragunesi know not my name, past, nor the prophecy I once carried. If my former existence was just a fabrication, an idea of some
hero of heroes crafted to Septimon's expectation, then perhaps here in Raguna I am free to write my own story. This matters more than finding him. I will break free from his narrative and become the master of my...
Your fate is what you want it to be. No one else gets to decide who you are. No one has the right to dismiss your efforts and dreams with some absurd idea of destiny.
You honor me. I hope to prove worthy of that belief. The anchor stone is holding strong. Let's push forward. Our destination is up ahead. Is that an entrance to a paradimensional tacit field? Raguna's geographical records haven't documented this. Do you feel that? That ominous energy. Huh. The anchor stone confirms the thundering Mephis' hide. Very well. I stand with you. Whatever comes, you have my sword.
What happened? Where's Avidius? We crossed inside at the same time. It's the Thundering Mephis.
Open the gates.
So you just battling without thinking.
That voice. The Discord Slayer. Is this her trap? Another illusion.
Focus. You are in an illusion. It's weaponizing your combat instincts. Steady your resolve. Do not let its whispers sway.
The pain. Hallucinations are fading. Is she helping me?
Good. See that cocoon in the center? The Thundering Mephis is just there. That right there is the core of this domain. Destroy it. Then the monster and its illusion will unravel together.
Wind howls. Unfettered by bounds! Bad timing. Hopefully this helps. The wicked will face judgment! It worked. But who are you? And what did you do to Cardathia?
Now is not the time for stories, but I'll tell you this. I'm here to kill the Harbinger of the Dark Tide.
I can't hear her voice anymore.
Rover! Are you unharmed?
I'm fine. So it's gone? Avidius, did you see anything after we got separated?
The Thundering Mephis was nowhere in sight. I couldn't see his face clearly, but I heard him call himself. Caligula was a tyrant feared throughout Septimon's history. Legends say he wielded a vile black resonance energy, and the worst calamities ever stirred by the Dark Tide all began with him. He didn't fight it. He embraced it, but not before he left a curse. I shall become the very history and memory of Septimon.
The power to command the Dark Tide's creations. Only a Harbinger could do that. That Discord Slayer says she's hunting the Harbinger to stop a greater calamity. She pulled me from the illusion. If she's the cause of this chaos, why help me? This isn't making sense. Harbinger, who are you, really?
Rover, traces of the Dark Tide's frequency still linger where the paradimensional tacit field collapsed. The anchor stone is useless now. The signal is blocked by some sort of spatial layer.
Augusta said the Dark Tide spoke to her when it swallowed her whole. Maybe I can learn something that way. My telepathic ability should give me a way in.
Telepathy? Your Grace is versed in many arts. I don't want to see another tragedy like what befell Septimont.
We're falling behind. I'm not letting any lead slip past us. I can't see anything. I'm only getting jumbled voices. Focus.
Okay, everybody listen. Don't panic. Take the lift. It will...
The prototype echoes in the depositories. Activate them all.
Those voices. Zani and Carlotta. They're in Everardo Vault. The Dark Tide creations could be appearing there.
It's currently sheltering a large number of
Let's not waste time.
Zani, status of the evacuation.
80% of Raguna's residents have been relocated, but the troop of fools hit a storm while ferrying people from the Riccioli Island.
Trust them to see it through.
Miss Carlotta, we've cleared the depositories as ordered.
Good. Renacita's greatest treasure has always been the people who built it.
Understood, ma'am.
Rover! If you mean the incident in Raguna, you've likely already heard.
Evacuation here is still on track. No anomalies detected in Everardo Vault. Your assistance is appreciated, Seravidius.
I am simply fulfilling my duty.
Strange. I clearly sense the Dark Tide's presence around here.
Gunfire! We've got intruders.
These Tidespawn, they've evolved fast. Mutation, and sure enough.
Entering a restricted zone armed without triggering a single alarm.
Be careful. Her abilities...
All this by her hand.
Fiction and reality are starting to blur. Don't put your faith in appearances. That is what they really are.
The Dark Tide can corrupt, and you carry its power.
You don't. Believe whatever you want.
By the sacred statues of the divinity, evil shall know no peace. Galbrenna, demon wrought from ruin, you are not welcome here.
Fenrico? Why would he be here?
You have slaughtered my flock and ushered in ruin. The Sentinel's wrath is already upon you. I will cast you back into damnation myself before your carnage spreads any further. You should be howling in the Styx depths, your soul aflame in the pit's cruelest fire, forever.
If you're offering me a shortcut back to hell, I'd honestly appreciate the favor.
Your heart holds no reverence for the divine. Only desecration and scorn. Demon, your sins are ripe for judgment. By the highest will's command, I shall strike down all that you have wrought. Justice shall be done.
She could have dodged that, but she took the hit to shield a civilian. And Fenrico, he knew innocents were here, but didn't hold back at all.
Righteous one, I come to cleanse Rinascita of a traitorous demon and avenge the blood debts of my people. Why raise your blade against me? Rinascita teeters on the edge of collapse. The path to deliverance lies within the civilization capsule. Entrust it to me. By the authority bestowed upon me, I will open the gates to the
Unless you're not Fenrico at all. You. Who are you? What do you want?
Bloodshed cannot be avoided. Blood must pay for blood. My goal is pure, singular. All I've done so Rinascita survives the divine reckoning and rises as a land free from sorrow. No understanding is needed. Hand over the civilization capsule.
So, the civilization capsule is your goal after all. Lost your patience, have you?
Death is the fruit of transgression. To resist it is to defy the will of the divinity.
You and your divinity cannot end me. And these dark tide shams. Today, you face your reckoning.
I am the enlightened one, anointed by the divinity and crowned by fate itself.
Ah, so you're the core of these abominations. Took long enough to hunt you down.
Mocked by fate, whispering poison, a demon reviled by all.
It's too bad I'm not the one judging. If the Dark Tide's power isn't enough to convince, how about we try this? The envoys declared the guilt, but Imperator is the only true judge. By the light of Imperator, repent!
It's the light of Genesis.
Looks like the judgment is clear. These hollow existences don't need your mercy. Protect the civilization capsule. That's what they're really after.
How were they able to disguise themselves as humans?
I've never heard of any possessing such ability.
Their fangs are bared now. Don't hesitate. Let's end them all.
The one mimicking the Primus is the heart. Take it down, and the rest will collapse with it.
It's calling in more of them. We'll need to clear the rubble while waiting for our shot.
That which cometh from the sea shall work upon the land. It shall work great wonders and mark the flesh of its faithful. All who have ears to hear, let them hear.
Well, my compliments. Surrender. Running won't save me.
Swift and resolute. I sense your weakness.
Still recognize me?
All yours. All of you at once. I don't do overtime. Come at me.
Don't stand in my way!
Ovidius, you have received the blessing of my master. Serve your true divinity.
I shall never back down! Rover, now!
Another dimension within the civilization capsule. But why does it open up now?
Permissions detected, Arbiter. First instance initiated. All probabilistic futures now revealed. Outcome verified. Blueprint compiled. Advancing to Phase 2. Arbiter, this moment was always foreseen. Arbiter, I grieve to say, I am but a message, set to activate in response to the presence of an initiate. Time in this place flows near still. When I merged with Leviathan, it seized a fragment of my mind. I knew not the fullness of its design. As a safeguard, I split elements of my core data into this space. It records the origin and birth of the Rinascitan civilization. Once, we drafted the first blueprint for these seaborn kin. Now, I have entombed it here. Arbiter, heed me now. Let me unveil Rinascita's beginnings. In the beginning, life rose and fell with the tide. The displaced and wandering did follow my guidance. They journeyed unto the archipelago. There, I did leave knowledge and technology, that they might walk the path to freedom.
Your light blesses us. We follow your will.
To build our republic. Unity became the bedrock of civilization. But Leviathan seized upon mankind's longing for unity to manifest civilization's shadow. It spoke in my name, wrought false miracles, forged hollow grace, feeding on stagnant, obedient minds.
We are blessed by the sea. By you, we are unified. By you, we are born. From the sea we came, and to the sea we shall return.
From the founding of civilization, it had invaded their spirit and beliefs. I rose against it, only to unleash the dark tide. It scarred Renacita beyond measure. I began to question all I had done. The Threnodian did steer Renacita's fate. And I too once guided Renacita's course. In truth, we were no different. We both sought to mold civilization after our own will. Those who truly walked the land were never granted the right to choose. Civilizations abound with Threnodians. No eternal solution doth exist. Have I the right to choose their fate? The shaping of a civilization must belong to its people. Only the people can decide where their future must lead. What followed, thou already knowest. I allowed the Threnodian to exist. I chose coexistence, using myself to shackle it. I partook of its blight, that I might comprehend it. Once, I did seek thy counsel. Thou granted me the freedom to choose.
I just have one question. Why did the civilization capsule need the Threnodian's power to open?
When Leviathan and I were one, I split a sliver of its frequency. A memory. That memory I sealed here. The capsule was ever meant for thy hands. My design was that it should open only in the presence of thou and the Resonator, bearing both my power and that of Leviathan.
What if that Resonator became the Threnodian's puppet?
If that came to pass, then Renacita hath already fallen, and the truth within this capsule would cease to matter. But if she standeth with humanity, then this truth is hers to know, and thine. Leviathan was born from the dark side of mankind's longing for unity. Their fear of the sea shaped its likeness as a great sea creature. Even at civilization's dawn, it had already tainted mankind's hearts. A primeval shadow lurking within the soul. The opening of the capsule shall stir the Renacitan's oldest memories. Leviathan shall seek, through the blueprint we created, to lay claim to Renacita's fate anew. If the Renacitans wouldst walk a path free of divinity, they must face their past and the most primeval fear. They must overcome the shadow born of civilization. Arbiter, the hour of farewell hath come. Go now, gather every last hope. If all unfoldeth as it should, Renacita shall be free of divinity henceforth. When the shadows of the soul are at last dispelled, Renacita shall welcome a true dawn, and humanity shall have a future beyond any I could foresee.
The true faithful believed in Imperator. so too did Imperator believe in humanity.
You killed the Blessed Maiden before my eyes. Raguna's disasters are tied to your actions. Now tell me what I need to know.
If I told you I acted to save Cartethia, would you believe me? This place is protected by Imperator. For now, Leviathan can't hear us. This is for you.
Righteous One, trust her, and trust me. Everything we've done is to defeat Leviathan.
That is her frequency.
I need you to accept this. Cartethia is dead, but she may still return. For that to happen, we need to kill Leviathan.
Kill Leviathan? Didn't she absorb it when they merged?
Now, Leviathan is on the verge of rebirth. It stole some of the Sentinel's power. During your battle with the Blessed Maiden, it split off a trace of its frequency and hid it in a gem. I'm sure you've seen it. That gem ended up in the Fraxidus' hands. Their whole play in Rinasita, use it to bring back Leviathan.
So the Fraxidus has been incubating the Thronodian.
Perhaps longer than we can imagine. Even your clash with Cartethia may have been scripted. A setup to give Leviathan a shot at slipping the scent.
You know about that? Just who are you, Discord Slayer? I can't imagine Cartethia keeping something that important from me.
Think of me as what I am. An Avenger hunting Leviathan. As the next Harbinger of the Dark Tide has surfaced. Until we can find him or her, we keep this quiet to avoid the worst-case scenario. Our first priority is to find them. If we don't, the Dark Tide can overwhelm Raguna again at any moment.
You're saying this Harbinger is behind all the Dark Tide creations we're seeing?
Not all. The Harbinger resonates with Rinasita's darkest emotions. Those emotions act as anchors, pulling horror into form and speeding the tide spawn. If the emotion is strong enough and the Harbinger is near, those things evolve. They feed off the Harbinger's thoughts and memories to become more real. Some even start to look human. You've noticed it. The tide spawn in Raguna are starting to mimic us. Which means... Exactly. I've always hunted the Dark Tide's creations. Each one shares slivers of thought and memory. I kill them, and I take what they know. They've been watching you. They want the civilization capsule. So, I followed you. Tracked your movements. Figured if I stayed close, sooner or later I'd find the Tidespawn's core. Maybe even the Harbinger. The capsule only unlocks with both the Sentinel and Threnodian's power. And it opened the moment you and that gladiator touched it. So...
You think it's Avidius. But you carry the Dark Tide's power too.
Caution is a virtue in a hunter. You're right. The Dark Tide is in me. But Leviathan stopped counting me among the living a long time ago. And this power, it's mine. Who I turn it against is my choice. You're welcome to try and stop me. But me? I'm not stopping this hunt anytime soon. When calamity strikes, I trust you'll know exactly where to point your blade. Huh. Good. Then hunt with me. Until we give Leviathan a death worth talking about. Loud, messy, unforgettable. The Sentinel's frequency is gone. I guess the time for talking is over. Leviathan's power is spreading, and this space is about to collapse. We need to find a way out.
These things. They're all tide spawn.
The civilization capsule was tainted by the dark tide. That's how I got in. Followed the corruption straight through.
So you can enter the dark tide. No wonder we couldn't find you.
Yes, but the frequencies there are chaotic. I locked onto yours and followed it through the storm. You have access to core data. But Ovidius, he might have been swept into the frequency vortex. Hard to say where he's landed. We need to move fast to find him. Figure out who he really is before the next wave of tidestorm hits.
The wicked will face judgment. I am the Tempest!
The exit is at the end of this wind trail. Stay on it. Collapse is accelerating. Our way out is closing fast. Faster! We're almost there!
Rover! Good. Looks like you haven't run into too much trouble. It hasn't been long since you disappeared into the rift. Once that thing...
That was the last one. With the family's private echo arsenal backing us up.
Surely you didn't think we'd fall apart without you? We Aragonese are made of sterner stuff than that. We had...
This Phalian Beringo. When the core was destroyed, the other tidespawn lost their form. For now, the vault is secure. At least, until the next wave spawns. I'd set up order terminals around the perimeter, though. They'll detect humanoid mimics and prevent new tidespawn from forming here.
Might I ask?
Where's that gladiator from Septimont?
Seravidius made it out of the rift before you. But he didn't look great. Kept muttering about needing to stop the crisis. Then off he went, like a man on fire.
Give me your hand. I left a mark on Ovidius during our fight earlier. With Baelor's power, I can tap into his sight. We'll find his trail.
I must move quickly.
Silence, you maddening whispers!
No, I'll be damned before I accept a fate like that. must be something left I can still do. I won't let the same tragedy happen twice.
He's headed for Thessalio Fells.
We've lost contact with Cantarella. The beacon on her end appears to have been destroyed.
Dark clouds are gathering over Thessalio Fells. Something is definitely wrong.
Very well, we'll hold the line. Zani, call in the family's transport echoes. We'll assist Rover where we can.
Don't complicate things. Put those echoes towards supply runs instead. Stay close. We're taking the sky route.
Manipulating the air to form a wind trail. Is that your resonance ability?
One of them. I have the tacit discord harpia within me.
Not an echo, but a tacit discord itself? So, you can absorb them directly?
You can say that. Balor is one of many.
One of many? Now I'm really curious about you and your abilities.
If we live through this, maybe I'll tell you. But right now...
We need to find the Harbinger. Do you know how we can identify them?
First things first, they'll be corrupted by the dark tide. But the signs aren't always so visible. We'll have to look for associated side effects, and prepare for what they might bring. We've entered Thessalio Fells. I can already sense the tide spawn up ahead.
That's a Phasalia member. We need to help him. Leave it to me. Hopefully this...
Ah, it's Rover. It's the Sentinel.
What happened here?
Behave now!
Dark tide creation swarmed without warning. We were overrun before we could...
Move aside.
Thank you. Lady Cantarella is still on the front lines fighting. Would you please help to reinforce her position?
It's too late, my lady. My mind can't... I only beg. Don't let me die a monster. I see it. The end times. Paradise. Descending at last.
Rover. She is. Why are you with her?
The Phasalia bloodline's ties with Leviathan run too deep. Their ancient fears were the first to be awakened. This is the true horror of the evolved dark tide. It feeds on human despair, warping that frequency to form tidespawn. Your family's antidote can still cure those lightly infected. But for those whose corruption runs deep, like him, their frequencies cannot be reversed. All we can offer is the dignity of dying as a human.
My lady, don't let me burden
Matriarch of Physalia, I understand the cruelty of such a choice. If you cannot strike the final blow, allow me.
Physalia blood must be ended by Physalia hands.
Thank you. May glory return to the Physalians.
The dead rest. The living march forward. Cartathea remains secure in the Physalia estate. But the divinity's statue began whispering in our minds. It was Leviathan's voice. Something has awakened it.
It's very likely, Avidius. Right now, everything is riding on us finding him.
That Septimontian gladiator. Our scouts saw him advancing into the depths of Thessalio Fells.
Lady Cantarella! Rover! Reinforcements have arrived! Thessalio Fells. It's already... Attention! Deploy all acolytes to set up temporary resonance beacons. Scattering the light of Genesis will hold back the tide spawn.
Acolyte Phoebe, a cluster of tide spawn is marching towards the depths of Thessalio Fells.
Rover, Avidius is our mission.
I'll use my forte to diffuse the family's antidote. It should help to mitigate the Dark Tide's influence.
We'll triage the wounded and fortify this position. The Order's acolytes will clear a path for you. Please, you have to stop this.
Whether the Sentinel comes or not, we are their will made flesh. We protect Rinasita.
O light of Genesis, shield us! As we were at the dawn, so we stand today, as the Sentinel soldiers.
The Order's acolytes are holding off the other tide spawn. This is our chance to go straight for the source.
It's you. Forgive me that you have to see me like this. When the civilization capsule opened, I was dragged inside. A black frequency took hold of me, swallowed me whole. I saw Rinasita's beginnings and the memories of so many of its people. I saw him too. Caligula. His face was like mine.
Leviathan used the Dark Tide's frequency to force those memories into him.
Yes, I once said that I would write my own story, but after I left that space, I suddenly felt the tide spawn's movements. They were converging on Thessalia Fells. But once again, I stepped blindly into the churning river of chaos. The Thessalia's oldest memories awoke ahead of time. Countless tidespawn emerged in my wake. My hopes and dreams. All of it was real, so why? From Septimont to Raguna, the blame lies with me. Perhaps this is the fate I could never outrun.
Damn it. His mind is being consumed by Caligula's memories.
This is the role fate wrote for me. I am the one who glimpsed fate itself. And now, I will reveal it to the world. But who can truly know the mind of fate? That is why I will become it. I am the king. Bearer of extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides. I shall quiet the waters and still the tempest. I shall be crowned in glory.
Ovidius.
Unwritten one, I have no need for your pity. From the deepest dark, I rise against your purest light. Let us see which is worthy of a true ruler.
If you believe he was once an honorable gladiator, then fight him. Make him remember who he truly is.
I can write my own fate and rewrite theirs. I can quench their hunger or ignite their fury. I will tear down this wretched, false world and ride the only truth that endures for eternity. Death.
Hopefully this helps.
Wind rises! The wicked will face judgment.
Waves rise.
Judgment strikes.
Speak of the devil by my trigger. Enter Hell's Gate!
Scorched to earth!
I'll gelb you double.
I once scorned the weakness of others. Now I see. My own heart trembles just the same. How pitiful.
His attacks are slowing.
His will is stirring within the dark tide. Don't let up! Your memories, your emotions, they weren't all lies. Reach for them. Find what was your truth. You can... The hunt ends here.
Time to go!
Devour. Fight fire with fire.
Bad timing. Wind calls. Waves fall. Ovidius, remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
I am human. Not one of these monsters. This will be my final glory.
Ovidius, remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
Fate lies within the dark tide. Wield the dark tides. Come back to us.
I am nothing like you.
You
me away. That girl. Was she devoured by the tide too? Wait! If you keep going, the dark tide will swallow you completely!
The dark tide devours everything. It's already flowing inside of me. So why can't I turn it against them? These false frequencies need me to survive. If this power doesn't want to listen to me, then I'll show it who's the real boss. Fate. It may be loud, but I don't think it's that strong.
A memory left behind in the dark tide. She's right. In this war against fate, I still have a move to make. I want it to be a story that gives people hope. By my spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil. I will absorb all of the tide spawn. Kill me and the calamity ends here.
Ovidius!
There's no time! Discord Slayer, I saw your past in the tide. I know what you seek to do. Take my power and finish it. That too is my wish.
I promise I will. Give me all your bitterness. We will make them pay.
Pathetic as he was, in his final moments, he outran his fate. Now, why greet our reunion with animosity? Before the tides of fate, we are all but players on a stage. A truly moving scene. A pitiful, alas. His script was written long ago. In this scene, he was always fated to exit. A lie told often enough becomes the truth. Weave memory, history, but to become truly real, that path was still far off. I merely gave him form, a mask of flesh and blood, fit to walk the world. In the end, the breath that could give him life was his alone. Oh, a being born of lies, grasping for meaning in a world that offers none. Such a pursuit demands the courage to question the meaning of one's existence, yes. It demands. Did you not see? I did. His intentions, his Ambitions is darkness. Humanity is fate's plaything. I simply showed them the strings. I lit the fire, the hunger that might ignite their free will. Through contradictions and conflicts, pain brings metamorphosis. Should you still insist on my cruelty? Well, high praise indeed. Go then, to Septimont. The curtain is drawing. There I shall rewrite Rinasita's fate. Will you suffer in silence beneath fate's poisoned arrows? Or rise to defy this world's endless trials?
You brought ruin to Rinasita. You think you're just walking away?
My stage lies elsewhere. In this scene, I am but a herald, but since you're so eager, I'll leave you with one final clue. The dark tide has already tainted the civilization capsule. It no longer requires the Threnodians' authority to be opened. Just a single drop of the tide's nectar will suffice. So tell me, how could an existence born of the dark tide ever serve as its anchor of reality? Be forewarned. When dark waters recede, the truth beneath the surface shall come to light.
The harbinger of the dark tide is the anchor of reality of all tidespawn. That means it must be a real existing person. When I was absorbing the tidespawn, I felt it. Avidius was also born of the dark tide.
Then why didn't the light of Imperator reveal his true form?
Because his intentions and words were real. He may not have... And that unshakable resolve not to become a pawn of the darkness. Even unto death. That's why he played right into the Quillbearer's hands. A scapegoat, the perfect sacrifice to bury the truth. All his noble wishes were twisted. Such cruel irony can rot for all I care.
Avidius shouldn't have had to bear such a fate. I will carry on his fight.
Yes. As he wished. We must stop the greater tragedy that's coming. Let's return to Cantarella and check on the wounded. If Avidius wasn't the Harbinger, that means...